Gaming.
Yeah.
I am an absolute mess tonight. So this is going to be a really fun match. The Belarusian team of Nemiga versus Queso. We're not going to get really into that one. They're going to be taking place on what map do we have right now, GieTe?
We have Mirashkin.
Love that map. Love
Yeah.
the brown.
It's like whenever you play Face It, people just ban everything that's not Mirage. It's whether you're playing like amateur Face It or if you're playing qualifiers. You see Mirage like time and time again. It's a little bit boring, to be honest. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Right now, I'm having, personally, I'm having a little bit of connectivity issues, so give me just a moment and I'll be able to get into the server. But yes, we are going to have Mirage. It's going to be Nemiga versus Queso. Nemiga, they are currently qualified for the CIS Pros qualifier, so congratulations go out to them. Queso, however, a little bit more troubled start, but right now we're in the pistol round, and it just concluded. So I'm glad that I was able to stumble my way through that.
Got in just in time. Yeah, Nemiga are definitely the favorites for this one. Nemiga should be able to put Queso in their place, shut them down nice and easy. I suspect a fairly strong and one-sided victory here for Nemiga. We do have some very, very strong players on Nemiga. I'm looking to Robo. Robo is, in my opinion, fairly underrated in the CIS scene. Obviously, I mean, Lollipop is a name that I remember. The other names I don't remember that much, but again, they are using their Face-It names, so that could be why.
Lollipop was, I believe, the last player to ever be picked up by Flipside Gaming before they went toes up. JYO, he was also in the scene as well. He's an Estonian player. He realistically should be the next big Estonian star. HS should have been that, but you know, life. Currently, it's a minute 5. PSSO. Pisso? I don't want to say that. That's not a fair name for him. We're going to call him PS. Last one alive on the CT side. A little bit of hesitation on that Deagle shot. He's going to give Nemiga that second round. Kind of curious there.
It's a bit, honestly, it's a little bit annoying that so many teams, this happens whether it's Face It or it's CSEA or whatever, it's a little bit annoying that the teams, well, even if it's none of the above, actually, it's annoying that they name themselves something different to their actual, you know, gaming tag.
Oh, I've
got here with a nice frag onto MDS.
Absolutely beautiful. I've been there a few times.
Yeah.
Commentating games with a very long drawn name, trying to make things up for it, not the funnest thing. Guess right now, great shot from Scar. Gonna open this thing up. Nemiga down a man, down a rifle on top of that. Try to come back into this game with a quickness. Box is gonna spot out Emenk. Drop him with the quickness. Xers in that window position, spotting out one. It's gonna fall back almost entirely. Box getting traded out in the long term. Now 3v3, make that a 2v3. JYO. Gio. Gonna go with Gio. Dropping him through the smoke. He gets found out. Now it's a 1v2. Bomb down, and Robo did not want to contest that one bit. That's enough sound cue. He's gonna pick up that bomb. Enter in those wacky little numbers. And then retreat.
One-on-two situation here. Exo's trying to make a move, but it's not going to happen. Gio shuts him down. And Nemiga takes a nice, fairly convincing 3-0. Let's be honest, could have gone like either way at the end there. It did go in the favor of Nemiga. And as said, Nemiga are definitely the clear favorites for this one. They should be able to wipe the floor with Queso. I expect a fairly convincing victory here for Nemiga rather.
Well, you said that for the last game, and you saw how that happened.
I mean, they still won.
I mean, it ended correct in the end, but still, it was a little bit of a sweaty match for everyone there. Lollipop's gonna find out one, make that 2, flaming off stairs and absolutely emulating 2 other players on top of that with bullets. Scar is gonna be the last one alive on the Queso side, and right now, these Nemiga players, they are lactose intolerant. They do not want to deal with Scar whatsoever.
Yeah, no Queso for me.
Cheese jokes, gotta love them.
One could say that we're being a bit cheesy at this point.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, Scar out of the server or out of the round at the very minimum. MDS will shut him down. Again, 4th round here on the board for Nemiga and fairly convincing rounds. Now, the silver lining here for Queso is that at the very least, they deal a bit of economical damage towards Nemiga. So they keep the economy somewhat tight, but there's still a good amount of money to work with here for Nemiga. It seemed like Nemiga are just more or less toying with their food at this point. So they're going for those early peeks in towards the A-bomb site, pretty much all the way in towards A. Lollipop finding the early frag here in a minute. Inmate. My bad. Robo connecting on Shaq. GieTe with one onto Scar. I mean, it's just Nemiga winning every single duel.
This is early disrespect. This is early respect and the lack thereof given out to Queso. Exerce is going to take down Lollipop. He's going to be the troublemaker for the Nemiga side. But he's not long for this world either. Last one's going to be PSSO. And he's going to go down soon after. He's just lounging. Just taking a break there. Very, very long break. Nemiga 5-0 over Queso. Or the lack thereof.
So yeah, I mean, that was obviously a low buy here for Queso, so we didn't expect much in a round like that. But still, to see that Nemiga are 5-0 and have so much money in the bank already, this is not going to be going well for Queso, especially considering that they're starting on the CT side. This could be a very one-sided affair.
Very, very much so. But we see in the last map, the CT side had all the control on the map, but MDS and Robo, they have more control than them. Able to be traded out by Shaq. Bomb will go down, 4v3. Shaq is just hunting right now. Knows that JYO's right there. He's going to tag him down to 63, and he's just going to retreat right into the smoke.
That timing was a little bit lucky.
Just a little bit.
Because he wasn't actually aiming towards. Ooh, yes, that's a nice shot.
He's sitting there just to bask in it a little bit. Did you see that? Oh, you gotta love it. Bomb's gonna tick away. The last two players on the CT side are just gonna run away. Amenk and Shaq are just gonna hold on to their weapons with the utmost of dearestness that even is a word or a turn of phrase. 6-0 is gonna be on the scoreline for Nemiga. And Queso, they don't have a word in edgewise.
Yeah, so again, Queso, they need to get some rounds on the board at this point. Again, they're starting on that CT side, which is, you know, statistically the favorite side here on Mirage, but only slightly. It's like 53 or 54% favored in the CT side. I did the stats on that a little bit earlier today. But yeah, it's I mean, even with that being said, Nemiga just a better team, so they should be able to shut them down nice and easy. Scar gets the opening frag for this one, but Robo and MDS answering back. Gimmick with the AWP or bomb get right. Just managed to find one. The Molly getting thrown in towards the side. That's going to deal a bit of damage. GieTe and Robo goes down to PSSO and Shaq. Aiming, that's a nice frag onto MDS. Good timing on that. And finally, Queso finding their first round on the ball.
Took them long enough. But yes, 3 alive for them. That's going to be a great start for them. Curiously, Mnek had the kit, but let Shaq defuse the bomb. Something interesting to note is that Nemiga, their most recent pickup has been Box. And he's actually the IGL for the team. And they've turned things around quite excitingly, actually. They've yet to drop a single map in the Winners League. Invited to the Major. They're likely going to go pretty far into this Major as well. Finally put Belarusian Counter-Strike on the map. Right now, they're trying to put themselves on the map as an undefeated squad in this tournament. Queso going to be the one spoil sport to try to change things up, but it's simply not happening so far. That first round is a good start, but they're going to need to string together, oh, I don't know, about 15 more. before that.
Yeah, so just I'll get back to that point in just a moment here. A shack connects on MDS. But just real quick to reiterate on your point, Nemiga got directly invited to the close qualifier for the CIS region, for the minor, that is. Just to not confuse it with the major. I mean, it is still in the major circuit, so I guess.
Yeah, I should have specified, made my language more clear, but you are correct. The CIS closed qualifier. They're not quite at that level to just get a direct invite quite yet.
We got the legend states for a good reason, and Liga didn't quite manage to make it through to that previous time around. Bucks connecting a frag through the box onto PSSO. Now we're back to a 3-on-3. Liga trying to make a move in towards the side itself. Scar, that's a great frag on GieTe, almost connecting on Robo as well. Deals a bit of damage, not quite good enough to take him down just yet. Robo answers back, almost connecting through the box towards Scar. Scar changing up his position, trying to find a different angle. Will do exactly that. That's a good frag onto Robo. Almost connecting the second onto Bucks. Will be Bucks getting the plant.
Curiously on the boxes. 1v1 now. Emek with that big green cannon in hand, trying to spot out wherever Box can possibly be. But this man is slinking around the entirety of the A side. He is not... That's actually really smart. He's playing at a different angle from where the bomb is planted. But Emek, he's predicting this. He's expecting this, but he is not expecting Box in order to find his head just like that. 7-1 on the scoreline. We might be seeing an Iberian team and a Belarusian team, but let's get a quick shout out to Brazil right there. 7-1.
Never forget.
Every time. Round number 9. Emek is reduced to a deagle. PSSO on a MP9. MDS is going to get dropped early in the round. So it's a good start for them.
You know, I wonder how often this 7-1 scoreline happens, because it feels like it happens so often as a commentator. I see it time and time again. I even have an emote for it. That's how often I see it.
It's... I want to see, like, the statistical numbers when it comes to that. After 8 rounds, how many come to 7-1 and such. But we could talk numbers at some other point. Right now, Lollipop's the one that's putting up numbers. Picked up a 2K before going down to Emenk with that deagle. But JYO, he's going to answer back. Great shot onto the bench, and that's going to be Scar sitting pretty, doing absolutely nothing after the fact. He's doing a little impression of Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's reference.
Yeah, Robo, he hears the player making a move towards underpass, knows that there's a potential of someone being quick on the flank. There's still 40 seconds on the clock, so he has the time to go for the peek and just wait for the player to make a move. Will be GieTe once again making a move. He finds the frag on PSSO. Robo knows, well, he knows the position of the final player a couple of, roughly like 15 seconds ago. But is he going to expect him to still be in that position? I don't think so. Need to be careful about that potential flank here from Emek. Goes in position, does find one, but GieTe with a quick trade. He gets the triple for the round, and Nemiga, yet another round on the board. That's 8-1 now. Queso, you gotta step up your game, dude.
Yeah, they are. I don't even have a witty retort or like metaphor for this one. This is just kind of rough. This is just straight up rough. Now, something I do want to note is that XRZ and PSSO are not the usual roster pickups for Queso. The usual ones are supposed to be Arky and Sassol, but they are not in the server currently. So that might be one reason as to why Queso are not playing, you know, not playing as if they're firing on all cylinders. But meanwhile, Nemiga, they are just a well-oiled machine. But Emek is going to answer back with one at the very least, taking out the IGL box. Now, a 4v3, Nemiga just picking apart this B side and trying to take claim to it as best as they can, and JYO is going to do it almost single-handedly. PSSO being the last one alive with the CT side, and he is looking shaken, to say the least.
PSSO with the C-set 75. And a dream, I suppose. Since he wants the window jungle position. Not going to be much he can do for this one. May I move
Seldom
over
little.
towards Murder Hole? I think he want to try and see if he can find a weapon. Or find like a super late exit frag.
That's really the best situation for you.
Yeah,
And,
they're definitely going to buy out for the next round anyways.
And I would like to apologize, but PSSO is actually Sassol, who is on the current roster for the case, so I did a little bit of research there. I do apologize about my miscommunication there. But XRZ is definitely a ringer for the place of Arky.
So, at the end of the day, you can apologize all you want, but it's the player's fault. I mean, it's on them. If they have a weird name, change it. Like, if they have a weird face name, change it to their actual in-game name. We can only really communicate the information that we're given.
Yeah, you raise a good point. But when the factual information is presented, I like to cover my bases. Last thing I want to do is look dumb. Right now, and speaking of looking dumb, right now, Queso's looking a bit stupid with two of their players getting their heads popped off their shoulders in quick succession. Lollipop and MDS dispensing of Shaq and PSSO with quick succession. Lament going down soon after, along with everyone else. Nemiga picking up 10 rounds before Queso can even string together 2.
That's a brilliant triple opener there from MDS as well. Just shutting them down left, right, and center. And Nemiga getting the 10th round on the board as you said. Double digits secured. Now looking for just a bit more. Some icing on the cake at this point. I mean, 10 rounds on the T side is really good.
Really good. It's phenomenal. And there's still 4 rounds left. We could potentially be seeing Nemiga at a 14-1 scoreline before the sides are switched. And with shots like that coming out from box, with little damage done to himself against these other players, oh my goodness. PSSO, he's having a rough one. He is having a rough game right now. Last one alive is going to be Scar. He's got the Deagle in hand in a 1v5. He's rung out, he's shown out, and he's shown the door. JYO is going to drop him. Closing that one out. 11-1 now. It's ones across the board, and it's only going to be a Nemiga that's going to pick up the win.
It's very interesting to see that on Nemiga we don't have one player, you know, hard carrying anyone else. We got Lollipop sitting on 13 frags, 11 for Gio, but other than that we got 10 frags on the rest of the team. On the other side we have PSSO or Sorsal, who's sitting on 3. And, you know, they're spread out a little bit on the other side of it. Emek on 9, the closest to any of the players in Nemiga.
And Emek, he's had impact. I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. But PSSO, he's been having a very, very quiet and rough game throughout. Lots of questionable plays, lots of confusing moments as well. That Deagle shot that he just absolutely did not even commit to at the pistol round. The second round, my apologies, is one that really sticks with me. Now it's a 2v2. Bomb's gone down. Shaq and Scar, they don't even want to contest it.
Well, they have to. They gotta get rounds on the board, but they don't have it. I'm not entirely sure what that was all about. So they want to try and find a couple of players and get the defuse in. Instead, they push a player into Murder Hole and towards CT that late into the round. They had the opportunity to do that like time and time again because they were covered by smokes very early in that retake. I'm not sure what that was all about. They should have, at that point when you're 2-on-2, make a move together. That would have definitely been the best opportunity for them. Lollipop needs to be careful. There is another player in position down by Shadow. That's going to be Shaq. 2 players up on short here. MDS, he spots the shadow of the second player as well. Will shut him down nice and easy. It's going to be all on Shaq. Again, just icing on the cake here for Nemiga. They've already won the half by quite a bit. And now they're trying to scrape in the last couple of rounds to make this a incredibly one-sided affair.
It's not even fair. Like, Nemiga, they're warming up. This is a warm-up for them. They think that this is just a retake server. Like, that's how rough it's gotten. But Shaq! Box, that was kind of curious from him. He did not fully clear the side. He goes down from Shaq. So at the very least, there's that. A little bit of egg on the face for the Nemiga side, but lucky for them, they love eggs.
Yeah, but it makes sense. We also see Robo actually asking in the chat from where Shaq. And the reason why he's asking is because we actually saw some players making a move on towards the A-bomb side from Nemiga fairly early. And they pushed towards, you know, jungle and such. And Shaq was just lurking by shadow and just waiting for anyone to peek him. Does it once more. This time around, it's early in the round instead.
A shining light on such a cloudy day. Shaq is coming alive right now. He's putting in some work. Nemiga might actually drop a second round. My, oh my.
Wait, this is interesting. Scar is in T-spawn. Scar is in T-spawn. Robo is towards B.
Bomb is lost. Minute on the clock. So they have bomb control. They have a man advantage. Robo has an op, and they're going to be playing close range. So this is rough. But Nemiga, they've got a 12-round lead. And this is the final round of the first half. To hell with it. Just go for it, right?
I mean, yeah, of course. I'm a little bit confused because it looked like for a moment there that Scar actually hurt his opponent making a move up towards the B apps when he was in T-spawn. Yeah, this
teammate damage.
This is a weird situation. So Robo is doing the right thing. Exposing off the AWP, going for the AK-47. He knows this is probably going to come down to a spray down. Doesn't have too much time to work with. Ooh, picks up the bomb. Goes towards the side. Okay. Finds one. He's got time. Oh no, this is so bad for Queso. Oh my god. Calm down, buddy. Calm down, buddy.
Robo, you cheeky something or another. I don't know the rating on this channel, but if I knew what it was, I'd probably be a little bit more blue. But my good, great GieTe on. It's 14-1 off the back of a beautiful, beautiful play from Robo. Wow.
Yeah. He looked so confident as well in that second peek. Just tapping away like it was nothing. Obviously, the round ends as soon as you get the kill, so it's tough to see if it's actually a tap or if it's a spray, sometimes at least. But that looked so comfortable, or confident rather, that I'm not even like second guessing it.
I don't even have enough time in order to process that, but right now PSSO is taking out MDS, Box answering back with one of his own. Queso have a decent start to this pistol round, and it's continuing right now as we speak. JYO is going to be the last one alive at a 1v4. That's a tall order for anyone.
It's not going to make it easy as XOS goes with the aggression.
I was just about to set up a positive thing.
As well. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just about to say, if anyone could do it, it'd be JYO, and immediately when I started saying that, he just got popped.
Yeah.
But on the plus side, Queso have 2 rounds. So there's that.
It's twice as many as they got in the first half.
Great start! Already beat my record.
So yeah. But yeah, we just need 2 more rounds on the board here for Nemiga, and I'm not even questioning that they're gonna get them, and it's not gonna be that long until they do. They're probably not gonna get much done in a round like this, seeing as they're only on USPs and a single P250 on Giant. So this should be a very, very convincing and easy round here for Queso.
And on top of that...
Go ahead, sorry.
On top of that, that's a lot of confidence coming out from Queso, buying up almost all AKs, and then it's brought down to a Galil. So, potentially, if Nemiga bought into this, they could have made it very expensive for Queso. But this is pretty much do or die for them. They need to invest everything they can and assert dominance against the Nemiga side. They're currently down 11 rounds now. And they don't want to take any chances when it comes to firefights. Yeah,
that's exactly the reason why they went for the AKs, because, you know, if you go for SMGs and such, you have to reinvest in as soon as you can, pretty much. So that would be in this round. So they had to go for those AKs in the previous. They can't really afford to make any mistakes at this point. If they want to win in regulation, they need clean rounds, and they need 13 in a row from this point out.
I mean, we've seen it happen. We have seen
Yeah.
it happen.
I don't think it's gonna happen in this game.
Not me
Well, I
neither.
know.
It's as good for one as well as Lollipop. The trades just keep on coming in. It's like eBay right now. It's just nothing but trades. 3v3, make that a 2v3. MDS is going to shut down MX Life just like that. A few shots to the head, and he is gone along with Scar and Shaq. 15-3 now. Nemiga. They're going to stop that run back from Queso in its tracks.
15-3. One more round will do it. Nemiga looking to find that final round and secure the game in their favor. All of these games are best of one, so there's pretty much no chance left here for Queso. Let's be honest about it while we can.
Honesty is the best policy after all. Nemiga currently undefeated so far in this league, and they are looking to stay undefeated as their group closes out. Vox is going to take down Emek. That might as well be a death knell for Queso once they've been broken like that, but they're still got a man advantage over Nemiga. But they have no utility. So one well-placed flash from either MDS or Lollipop could be their undoing.
Lollipop getting one onto X's, spotting some players over towards the B1 by 2 to be exact. PSSO does manage to get one box with one of his own, but he gets traded out. It's going to be all on Lollipop to shut it down right here, right now. The question is, will he be able to do so? He's in a 1-on-2 because Shaq and PSSO have not been able to connect too much in this game. So there's definitely a potential here for Lollipop. It's a strong player. Finds the frag onto Shaq.
And he's
Throws
just
down the smoke, baits out the fake, peeks it out, and takes care of PSSO.
Lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop.
But goes your uncle.
16-3, Nemiga, they didn't even need to pull out all their guns. Team Queso just got shut down immediately. They were lactose intolerant, and they were not tolerant of that team whatsoever. Undefeated, Nemiga goes 7-0 in Group D of Winners League. What do you say? What do you say about a match like that?
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I don't think there's anything else to say. I mean, Nemiga had full control of the game from start to finish. So that's about, that's about as clean as it gets. Especially with your opponent winning a pistol. I mean, they got 3 rounds in total and they won a pistol. That's rough. That's really rough.
And they still couldn't find a word in edgewise whatsoever. But yeah, that's going to be it for Team Queso. Nemiga, they're of course moving on into the playoffs. But along with Team Queso, that's going to be it for us today. Do you have any final words?
Nah, not really, other than, obviously follow us on social media, follow Winners League on all the socials, and obviously me and CJ as well. You can find that right below our names, right down here. And yeah, that's it for today. So with that being said, see you next time.
Take care, everyone.